Hey there, everybody. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, Tabletop Baseball Digest, and this is Game 3 of my 2015 replay using Strat-O-Matic. Super advanced, but I kind of, mix it up a little bit. And Mets are up 2-0. They won the first game 5-1, the second game 7-0. And we are going to Game 3. Noah Syndergaard is on the mound for the Mets. He will be facing Yordano Ventura, rest in peace. He died a few years ago in a car crash over in Dominican Republic. It's very, very extremely mountainous, and a lot of the ball players, the Dominican ball players, they buy these SUVs, and they feel like they're immortal and speeding, going around those curves, and they go off the road, they turn over, and he passed away. So rest in peace. And it's Noah Syndergaard against the lineup for the Royals. It's going to be Escobar leading off, the shortstop, Zobrist at second base, Kane the center fielder, cleanup is Hosmer at first base, Moustakas the third baseman, batting fifth. Sixth is Salvador Perez, the catcher, Gordon the left fielder. Eighth is Rios, and ninth will be Ventura. Yeah, this is a National League game, so the pitchers will be batting, and let's get started. Let's see if the Mets can win another one. Play ball, we say. All right. Using Digital Diamond, and here goes. It is a 5, so that'll be off the pitcher. And I'm going to switch these. It's just a little bit. I've gotten used to reading the pitcher at the bottom. He's a righty, so it'll be a 5 and a 6, and a swing and a miss, and he chases a high fastball from Syndergaard at 101. So Syndergaard is bringing the heat, and he strikes out Escobar to start off the game. Next up is going to be Zobrist, Ben Zobrist. And he's a switch hitter, so batting from the left side against Syndergaard. And the pitch, that's a 4 against a lefty, and a 10 is going to be ball 4. So he doesn't offer and takes a base on balls. He heads to first base. Let's take a look at, he's 4 and a 5, a 13. Ooh, he's a +5, so he's going to try to get that jump. So we're looking at 4 or 5. He's automatically out on a 10, I believe. That's the rule on this. And it's a 7, so he does not get the jump. And here's Lorenzo Cain with a runner on first. And the pitch from Syndergaard. And he's a righty, so that's going to be a 5 and a 9, and that's going to be trouble. That's going to be trouble for sure. It's a drive in the gap, and that ball is going to carry. Looking up is Conforto, and that's in the seats. 2-run shot by Lorenzo Cain, and we're going to double check that. It's a 5 against a righty and a 9 off the pitcher card, 1-13, and that ball is out of here against an N. He is an N against a righty pitcher. So that's a 2-run shot for Lorenzo Cain, and the Royals are up 2-0. Wow, this is hold on, let me cut the bottom of this card. It's really much longer than it should be. All right, there we go. So Lorenzo Cain with a 2-run shot, and it's Eric Hosmer, another left-handed hitter. And the pitch, and that's a 1 this time against a righty. A 1 and an 8 is line. Base hit, rips one to right. Played on a hop by Granderson. He's on at first. 1B. And let's see. Oh, he's a 14, but only on a 6. Let's see if he gets a 6. He does not. So he will not be running. And here's Mike Moustakas. And Syndergaard looks over at first, gets the sign from d'Arnaud, and he is ready. That is a 1 and a 4, and that's popped up middle infield on the infield grass right in front of the second base bag. It's Flores and Murphy, and Flores calls him off. So that is 2 out now. And here's Salvador Perez. Steps in the box, bats from the right side. Syndergaard looks over at first. Duda is holding Hosmer in the pitch. That's going to be a 4 to a righty, a 4 and an 8, and that's hit hard right at Flores. He will go the short way, 6-4. And that retires the side. But not before the Royals pick up a couple of runs, and they lead it by a score of 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the first with the Mets coming to bat. All right, it's going to be Yordano Ventura. This card is kind of funky. It looks like it fell on the floor, or I don't know what happened to it. It's got a lot of kind of marks on it. All right, so Curtis Granderson, left-handed hitter. Good eye. Has a good on-base percentage. And that's going to be a 6 against the lefty, a 6 and a 7, and that's a swing and a miss. Got him with the curveball, and he strikes out. David Wright is next, right-handed hitter. And the pitch, and that's a 6 and a 5, and that's a drive to right. On the run is Rios, and Rios comes up with it. So Wright goes oppo, but Rios tracks it down, read it well right off the bat. And here is Daniel Murphy, left-handed hitter for the Mets. And that is a 2 against the righty, Yordano Ventura, 2 and a 6, and that's right back to the mound, and Ventura snags it. Underhands it to Hosmer, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for Ventura. And it's going to be Gordon leading off against Syndergaard. Here we go. Top of the second. We're in New York. And that's a 6 and a 4. And that's an X with a 9. So I'm pretty sure Flores, we're going to have to roll for Flores. And let's see what Flores is. Where's that? Here it is. Flores is he's an E25. So an E25 shortstop. A 6 E25 shortstop. A 6 is bobbled and no throw. Flores cannot get a handle on the ball. So that will be an E6. And Gordon is on at first. So Rios is up now, and let's take a look at Gordon. He's a 13. So Gordon, but he's thrown out on an 8, 10, and 12. So he's a 2-5 for a stolen base. You know what? I'm not going to run with him. And here's Alex Rios. It's a 4 and an 8. And that's going to be a hard hit ball right at Flores. Underhands it to Murphy. The relay to first in time. 6-4-3 double play. So Syndergaard picks up pitcher's best friend. And that's 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the pitcher Ventura. He's a pitcher 1 card. And that's a 1 and a 9, and that's strike 3 to end the inning. The Royals lead at 2-0. We go to the bottom of the second. All right. Yordano Ventura on the mound for the Royals against Yoenis Cespedes. Oh, forgot to roll that one. That's a 4 and a 7, and that is ground ball to third. Scooped up by Musaka's strong throw to first, and in time. G5-3. 1 down. Next is Lucas Duda, left-handed hitter, left-handed power hitter. And that's a 6 and a 9, and that's a deep drive. Way back to right field. Rios goes back to the track, and that's gone. 2-1. Home run. Lucas Duda. I believe it's his second of the series. I believe, let's see, I don't know. You know where it'll say? It'll say it in the box score. Let's check the box score real quick here. I believe that's the second home run he's hit. Let's see. Home run. Kane, home run. Duda first. No, that's the first home run he's hit. Okay. So Duda with a home run, and we'll double check that. A 6 against a lefty and a 9, and that's an N home run. He's an N home run versus righties and lefties. So that's 2-1 now. Royals lead it. Travis d'Arnaud. Pitch, and that's a 3 and a 6, and that's ball 4. He loses them. And d'Arnaud is on at first on a base on balls with Michael Conforto up at the plate. And the pitch to Conforto, that's going to be a 1 and an 8, and that's a deep drive. That's going to be down the line. If it's fair, it's off the top of the wall, and that's going to send, oh, wait a second, an 8. Oh, just missed. Yeah, just missed the diamond shot. It's going to be a double with that 17 to 20 is a double, and with 1 out, not going to try to score d'Arnaud. Going to hold him. So coach at third gives him the red light, and now we got second and third. And what we're going to do is we could walk Flores. Wilmer Flores, we could walk him and pitch to the Syndergaard, who's got his own card and does not hit very well. But then that'll bring up Granderson. So the question is, do we rather face Flores or Granderson? And why put another guy on base? So I'm going to face Flores, because Granderson always runs the risk of picking up a walk and forcing in a run. So we're going to go with Flores, second and third. We're going to let the tying run come in. At this point, it's early in the game, and I would rather just get out of the inning. So we bring the infield in, maybe balls. You know what? I'm going to bring the infield in because with this game, there's not a lot of infield hits. So we're going to bring the infield in on this. Here's the pitch to Flores. And that's going to be a 4 and a 7, and that is a ground ball, third base B. So let's see. Third base B, runner on third is out. Other runners advance 1 base. So there's going to be a play at the plate, and it's going to be a fielder's choice. It's 5-2. All right. Runner third is out. And let's see. Oh, wait, what happened there? Hold on a second. Okay, ground ball, 5-2, runner 3 out. I believe that's what I did. Did I do that right? Okay, so Flores is on with a fielder's choice, and that's going to bring up Syndergaard. So it worked for us. Now my homebrew, with nobody out, I hold the runner at third when possible. Meaning, you know, if first base is not occupied, then I would hold him and he would not have been thrown out. That's my automatic rule for both teams. With 1 out, I go, so whatever it says is what happens. Here's Syndergaard, the pitch from Ventura, and that's going to be a 1 and a 5. And believe it or not, that's going to be a little blooper over the shortstop's head, and that's going to dunk in there for an RBI single that ties the game off the bat of Noah Syndergaard. Yikes. It's a 1 and a 5, and that is a single 1-11. Holy smokes. So the Mets have tied the game thanks to the pitcher helping his own cause. And Flores stops at second base. That's going to bring up Curtis Granderson. 2-2 here in the bottom of the second inning. 2 outs, 2 on for the Mets. And Granderson steps in the box. He bats from the left side. Here's the pitch from Ventura. And that's going to be a 4 to a lefty, a 4 and a 7. And that's ball 4. He walks. So Granderson, and I was talking about it, he has a good eye and he will take his walks. He strikes out, he walks, and he has good power. So the bases are loaded for David Wright. David Wright missed a lot of the season in 2015 from memory. And he came in towards the last month and helped, well, he was in the playoffs with the Mets and so on, and then he made it to the World Series as well. Here's your Dano Ventura against David Wright with the bases loaded. 2 out. Bottom of the second, score is tied at 2. Pitch. And that's going to be a 6 and a 5, and that's lifted to right. Rios over and under it, and he makes the catch, and that retires the side. But not before the Mets tied up with a couple of runs. Solo shot, and then a little bloop single off the bat of Noah Syndergaard. And it's all knotted at 2 apiece here going into the top of the third inning. Escobar leads off for the Mets. Mets lead the series 2-0. It's a 1 against a righty. A 1 and an 8, and that is a drive to center. A couple of steps back is Cespedes, and he makes the catch. F8. Next up is Ben Zobrist. And Syndergaard delivers a 2 and a 5. And the 2 and a 5 is bounced to second base. Murphy throws him out. 2 away. And Lorenzo Cain. Oh, Jesus, what happened there? That was a foul ball into the booth. Almost took our head off. I ducked out of the way just in time. And that's going to require us to get some different a different microphone going here. Let's see. We got 2 of these, powder blue, and then we're going to have a white dye there, and we're going to keep it. All right. So a little excitement here. Foul ball into the booth. Scary there for a split second. All right, and Lorenzo Cain against Noah Syndergaard. Let's do it again. 2 out, nobody on. And that is a 3 and a 6, and line base hit to left. Played on a hop by Conforto. Oh, gotta write something in the box. There, genius. Good job. And now it's Hosmer. And Cain, let's see. Cain, we're going to try to get that jump. Oh, he did not get it. So he's a 13, but plus 5. And I don't know what the catcher is, but we're going to roll. Oh, 17. So minus 2. It was 19 minus 2 is 17. I don't remember what the catcher is. Let me look. Darno is a... I didn't even write down what Darno is as a catcher in terms of his throwing ability. All right. What the heck's wrong with me? He is a 0. Okay, probably that's why I didn't. And there he goes, and the throw down from Darno, high, not in time. So, stolen base. Oh, crap. Runner on first. Safe. What's just happened? What did I just do? All right. Stolen base. Runner, first base. Safe, perhaps? I just guessed. Oh, okay, I got it right. Just got to memorize a couple of things. I don't play this all the time. I use Replay Baseball a lot, and I use Strat-O-Matic as well. But this one has every season, so that helps me out a lot because when I go from one season to the next, it's available here. So, all right. So Kane steals second base, and again I flipped Hosmer's card, and here's the pitch, and that's going to be a 4 against a lefty, and a 9, and that's a base hit single. But stopping at third will be Kane. So a ground ball in the hole, and Flores knocks it down, and that's going to keep Kane at third base. So again, 4 against a lefty and a 9. It's a single 1-19. I got a 12. So it's first and third with 2 outs, and here's Mike Moustakas, another lefty. So Casey has a lot of lefties. The pitch from Syndergaard. It's going to be a 6 and a 5, and that is going to be a shortstop 3. Ooh, that's going to get by him. That is going to get by the 4, and that's going to send Kane scores. So the Royals take the lead 3-2, and Hosmer is going to go to third base on this. I want to do 2 stars. So first and third, Royals up 3-2, and here's Salvador Perez. Syndergaard gets the sign from Darno, 2 on, and 2 out. 3-2 Royals, and here's the pitch, 4 against the righty, a 4 and a 2, and struck him out. Blows a fastball by Perez. Way late on that swing, but the Royals retake the lead. A little bit of a seesaw battle going on here. So Kane was big. That's right there. We'll put him in there. Put that in there. And it's going to be Ventura versus... Oh, what just happened? Down the third, strikes out, up to bat Perez. So far he's 2 down. Did I not write in the K? Let's see. Strikes out, and that ends the inning. All right, here's Daniel Murphy. Leads off the inning. Pitch from Ventura. 4 against the lefty, a 4 and a 3, and that's a... Oh, that's going to be a... Hold on. Where's my... Is that it there? No. Hold on a second. Oh boy, what did I do with that? Is it here? Here it is. Okay. We are in New York, and in New York, it's a 1-11. 1-11 home run. And that is a 4 and a 3, 1-11. He's got that's an N and an N. So that's going to be a deep drive to right, way back in the second deck. That's a solo shot tying the game for Daniel Murphy. And this was a series where he hit games well, not the series, but the whole playoffs. He hit, I think, home runs in like 6 or 7 or 8 games in a row. All right, so art imitates reality, and we're double checking. Yep, it fell within the 4, and that's gone. All right, double check those scoring rolls just to make sure. All right, here's Yoenis Cespedes, another guy with power. Pitch, and that is a 6 and an 8, and that's going to be a drive. That's over the center fielder's head and off the base of the wall. Kane after it and picks it up. Cespedes around second. He's going to try for third. Here's the relay from Escobar. Moustakas with the tag, and that's a triple. Safe at third for Cespedes. So pitching coach is going to go out to talk to Ventura, tied at 3, and now the Mets with nobody out have the go-ahead run at third base with Lucas Duda coming to bat. Lucas Duda homered in his last at bat. So Ventura gets the sign from Perez, shakes him off, And now he sees one he likes. He's ready. And the infield's going to be in. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 6 to a lefty. A 6 and a 7. And struck him out. Big K for Ventura here against Duda. Infield's still playing in on the grass. Now it's d'Arnaud. Pitch from Ventura, and that's a 1. And a 1 and a 10, and that's a bouncer to second base C. Ooh. Second base C. And runner on third holds. So with 1 out, there's no play at the plate. Otherwise, he would be out. He's gonna hold there. So it's gonna be ground ball, second base, runner third holds. So 2 away now. And Mets are on the verge of missing out on a big scoring opportunity with that leadoff triple by Cespedes. And here's Michael Conforto in the pitch. And that is a 1 and a 3. And that is, that's a ballpark single, but it's got to be a 1. At Shea, it's Shea. At Citi Field, it's a 1. It's an 18, so that's going to be lined and caught by the second baseman Zobrist. L4. And unfortunately, Mets failed to capitalize on a leadoff. Well, it was a triple with nobody outs, with 0 outs, and this is gonna bring up Gordon. Alex Gordon leads off for the Royals here in the top of the 4th. Here's the pitch from Syndergaard, and that's a 2 and an 8, and that is a fly ball to left. Conforto near the line and makes the catch. F7, 1 down. It's a horseshoe. That's with runner in scoring position and 2 outs. It switches to a hit. Here is Alex Rios, and that is a 5. He's a righty, a 5 and a 5. Struck him out. Big K for Syndergaard. Wants to limit the base runners, so anybody strikes out, it's just a plus for the Mets here. And this is the pitcher, Ventura. It's going to be a 4. Ventura bats Ventura bats righty. So it's on against a righty, a 4 and a 6. Struck him out. And that retires the side. So a quick inning. 3 up, 3 down. Retires them in order. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Let's see. His point of weakness is a 6. So as of the 6th inning, you can start getting tired. Here's Wilmer Flores steps in the box and the pitch. And that is a 2 and a 5, and that'll be bounced to third. Moustakas, a nice scoop over to first. 1 away. Syndergaard is next. The pitch, and that's a 3 and a 5. Strike 3. He goes down. Looking, and next is Curtis Granderson. Lefty hitter, and that'll be a 2 and a 10, and that's a fly ball to right in the gap. On the run is Rios, and Rios chases it down. F9. Sets him down in order. And we go to top of the 5th. Syndergaard, 2015 World Series Game 3, Mets lead at 2-0. Alcides Escobar leads off. 3-3. Score tied in this one. That's going to be a 4 and a 9, and that'll be trouble. And it drops in there in center field. Cespedes gets it into Flores, and Escobar is going to try to get a 5 or a 6 here. And try to get a jump, and that's a 4, so he does not get the jump. He's a 12. He's going to go. There he goes, and he is safe. Stolen base. So stolen. Oh, gotta do this first. SB runner on first, safe. So Escobar steals the bag And he stands at second base in scoring position. Here's Zobrist. Pitch from Syndergaard, and that's a 3 and a 7. 3 and a 7, and bounce to second base. Runner will advance here. Ground ball, 4-3. Runner, second, advance. And Lorenzo Cain, infield is in for the Mets. 1 out. Tying run at third base here in the top of the 5th. That's a 1. A 1 and a 7. That is ball 4. Walks him. And Syndergaard doesn't like that call at all. Felt he should have gotten that. Pitching coach is going to come out and talk to Syndergaard. Syndergaard in the 5th. Syndergaard can go, where is he? He can go 6 as well. So Eric Hosmer first and third. And infield's in for the Mets. Here's the pitch. And that's a 2. A 2 and a 4. And that's trouble. That's a deep drive off the bat of Hosmer to right center field. And that ball is going to be out of here. The Royals, 6-3. Eric Hosmer connects. And that looks like it's going to be it for Syndergaard. They're coming out to get him. Yes, they are. All right, so it's Tyler Clippard in for the Mets. He's taking his warm-up pitches, and he's ready to face Moustakas, the lefty. And the pitch, it's 6-3, Kansas City. So he's a lefty, so that's a 5 and a 5, and strike 3. Picks up a K. And that is the second out of the inning. Now is Perez, the pitch from Clippard. And that is a 6 and a 6, and it's a fly ball to right. Granderson over and under it and makes the catch. And that retires the side, but not before the Royals pick up 3 runs on a 3-run home run by Eric Hosmer. And they lead it 6-3 as we go into the bottom of the 5th inning. You can hear a pin drop here at Citi Field in beautiful downtown Queens, New York. David Wright now. And that's a 1 and a 5. And that's going to be a drive in the gap. Will Cain get it? No, and it falls in there. And it gets cut off for a single. So 1 and a 5, and that's a single to left center field, cut off by Cain, and that puts Wright on at first. Here's Murphy. Daniel Murphy steps in the box. This is still the 5th inning, so pitchers are still good. That's going to be a 2 and a 6, and that is hit right back to the pitcher. Ventura spins and whips it to Escobar. The relay to first in time. 1-6-3 double play. Next is Cespedes with 2 outs. Pitch from Ventura, and that's going to be a 6 and an 11, and that's a fly ball to center. On the run is Cain, and Cain gallops to the ball and catches up to it to retire the side. All right, so we go to the top of the 6th. Let's see where Clippard is, how many he can go. Relief 1 and 4. Don't really know what that means. But I'll tell you one thing. What I do know is these guys did not pitch very much. It's still a modern game. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and bring Colin Robles. Robles is going to come in and pitch us, give us an inning. Let's see where he is. Robles. I'm not going to worry about exactly what that rule is right now. I believe he can go 1 inning plus 4 batters. But I'm definitely not an expert at Strat-O-Matic, so I don't really know, and I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I'm just going to bring in a new pitcher in the story. All right, so Hansel Robles comes in. And he's going to face Alex Gordon. And here it is. It's going to be a 6 against the lefty, a 6 and a 5, and that's strike 3. Strikes him out. 1 down. Alex Rios is next. And that is a 3 and an 8, and that's strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Robles. And now it's Ventura. And you know what? I'm going to let Ventura go. He's up, and just going to let him go. 1-6. So it is 12. I'm sorry, 1-12, and that's popped up. Middle infield. Murphy makes the catch, and that retires the side. All right. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Ventura's still in there. Did not pull him. Up 6-3, and it's going to be Duda. Here's a pitch. This is his point of weakness right now in the 6th. So that's going to be a 6 and a 7, which will be strike 3. 1 away. Travis d'Arnaud steps in the box. And the pitch, 5 and 7, and that's going to be a drive in the gap. And that's going to split the outfielders and roll to the wall. Digging for 2 is d'Arnaud, and he's in there with a double. Now, 2 innings or 4. So did he? I got to look and see on the scorecard, see what he did in the previous inning, because I don't really remember. Box score, and it's going to give me a scorecard. So you can pull up the scorecard, and I can see in the previous inning it was a leadoff single, but then there was a double play. So he gave up. Okay, he still needs to give up 2 more. And probably not gonna. If 1 more gets on base, you know what? I can even pull him out now. I'm gonna give him 1 more batter. Michael Conforto. It is, and that is a 1 and a 7, and that's going to be a high fly to center. And that's Kane under it. d'Arnaud down by 3 will hold, and here's Wilmer Flores. 2 away, pitch to Wilmer, and that is a 2 and a 6, and that's hard hit ball right at Escobar. He will go with the underhand flip, fielder's choice to second base, 6-4, and that retires the side. Oh, what did I do? He can't. He's throwing it first. I'm sorry. There's a runner on second base. Okay, there it is. So now it's going to be Robles 1. Okay, so we're going to pull Robles now, and we're going to bring in somebody else. It's going to be Addison Reed. It's going to come in. Tyler Clippard, Noah Syndergaard, and he will face. So Reed is going to come in. I could hold Reed till a little bit later. I think he was more of a late inning guy, like a setup guy, and we're down by 3, but at this point, I'm just going to bring him in. And I'm not pulling a double switch, so he'll only go 1 inning. All right. Addison Reed, Escobar, and the pitch. It's going to be 6 against a righty, a 6 and a 9, and that is a strikeout. Gets him with a slider, low and away. Chasing it is Escobar. And Zobrist, switch hitter, a 1, a righty, a 1 and an 11, and that's bounced to the first baseman, Duda, who takes it himself, G3, 2 down. And Lorenzo Cain. And that is a 6 again, another righty, a 6 and a 5, and that's strike 3. Got him. So easy 1-2-3 inning for Reed. 6-3. Bottom of the seventh inning stretch. Leading off is Reed, so we're going to grab a pinch hitter for the Mets. So Ventura now, this is the 7th. He's going to see if we can push him to go 7. And we're going to hit with... Who are we going to hit with? Let's see. I really don't know who they were using to pinch hit. Oh, I'm going to pinch hit with Juan Lagares. I know Lagares is around. All right, so Juan Lagares is going to pinch hit. And, no, that's the wrong thing. Cancel. Cancel. Oh. And let's go here. Oh, there it is. I sound like Homer Simpson. Oh. Oh. Pinch hit. There it is. So I'm going to pinch hit with, let's go and click on, combined. Campbell, Canayer, Juan Lagares. So Lagares against Ventura. Again, I dropped the line. Get that. There we go. It's a 2. A 2 and a 7. And that's ground ball and through the left side for a pinch hit single for Lagares. And Curtis Granderson now. And the pitch from Ventura, it's going to be a 6 and an 8, and that is trouble. That's going to be lined and falls in front of the right fielder Rios. Going to third is Lagares, and that's going to be it. That's going to be it for Ventura. And up comes David Wright. And we're going to go with, who are we going to go with here? Ryan Matson. Going to go with Ryan Matson. Where the heck is he? Ah, there he is. He will come in the 9th spot. So it's going to be Matson facing David Wright. Tying run is at the plate. 6-3 to score. And the delivery, that's going to be a 2 and a 4, and that is a hard hit ball to third base. Coming home is Lagares. Zobrist with the relay, and it's a 5-4-3 double play. 5-4-3, and a run will score. Runner third, safe. Let's see if that makes sense. So a run scores, and it's 6-4 now in the double play. 2 outs, nobody on. So a big pitch by Matson, and induces a double play ball. And here's Murphy. It's going to be a 3 and a 6, and that's going to be a pull down the line, and that's into the corner. Digging for second is Murphy, and he's in there with a double. 2-out double. Again, is going to bring the tying run to the plate. And it's going to be Yoenis Cespedes. So Cespedes with good power. He can easily tie this game up with one swing of the bat. And we're not going to walk him because that would bring up Duda. And Duda's already hit a home run. He's got good power as well. So here's the pitch. And it's a 2. And that's a 10, and that ball's a deep drive, and that ball is going to be out of here, left field, and the crowd at Citi Field goes crazy, and the Mets have taken a 7-6 lead here in the bottom of the seventh on a oh no, it's a 2-run shot. Oh no, I thought it was a 3-run shot. The Mets have tied it up 6-6 on a Cespedes home run, a ballpark home run. So we're gonna look this up. So Madsen's a righty, a 2 and a 10, and that's a diamond shot here. And that diamond shot is a home run with a 3. It's 1-11 at Citi Field. And the Mets have tied it up at 6 apiece. Holy smokes, what a game. Now, he is tired. All right, so we're going to have to let Duda bat. Here's the pitch. It's a 4 against a lefty, a 4 and a 12, and that's ball 4. So now we're going to have to pull him for sure. Okay, so Duda walks. We're grabbing another pitcher. Who's it going to be? I believe Wade Davis is their closer. Luke Hochevar. Luke Hochevar is going to get the call. And he will be facing d'Arnaud with the go-ahead run at first base. We're not going to pinch run for Duda here in the bottom of the seventh. The Mets come up with 3 big runs in the bottom of the seventh. They tie the game at 6 apiece. For some reason, I thought it was a 3-run shot, and it was a 2-run shot off Ryan Madsen, who's they're one of their top relievers. And here's the pitch to Travis d'Arnaud, who also has power, and that's going to be a 3. Against Sochuar, who's a righty, a 3 and a 7, and that is ground ball to short. Escobar over to Zobrist to retire the side. 6-4, but the damage has been done. Holy smokes, what a game this is. The Mets have tied it up at 6 apiece as we go to the top of the 8th inning. So the Mets are going to need it's flashing because I need to bring in a relief pitcher. Let's see who the Mets are going to use now. We used a bunch of them already. I believe John Neese is available. So is Familia. It's going to be... Hold on. Let's see who's coming to bat. All right, it's going to be Reed, Robles, Clippard. They've used 4 pitchers so far. Eric Hosmer. It's going to be Hosmer. Musaka's lefty's coming up. And I do have one lefty that I can bring in. And I believe it's Gil Martin. I believe Sean Gil Martin pitched in this World Series. Trying to kind of use the players that they had to kind of recreate the actual, chances for both teams. I don't want to use players that perhaps were not available. Okay. So Sean Gil Martin is coming in. He's a lefty, and he will face a couple of lefties. Just tidying up these cards. All right. Alrighty, top of the 8th inning, all tied at 6. And it's Hosmer versus Sean Gil Martin. Now let me just take a quick peek at the box score. All right, box score. Oh, wait. Newspaper box score. Gil Martin so far, okay. He's in there, he just hasn't pitched yet. So let's do this. Let's do it. Here's the pitch to Eric Hosmer. Hosmer today is 3 for 3 with a home run and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a 1. So that's off Hosmer against the lefty. It's a 1 and an 8 and a 1-14 single, and that's bounced up the middle, and that's through for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Eric Hosmer. And I think he just recently was DFA'd, or he recently retired, one of those. But he was a 1 first baseman. So he's on at first, and here's Mike Moutsakis, another lefty. Here's the pitch from Gil Martin. That's going to be a 2 against the lefty. And a 2 and a 7, and that is a ground ball to second base, and that's Murphy. Flips to Flores. The throw to first in time. 4-6-3 double play. 2 away now, so they erase that leadoff single. And that was against the lefty, and it was a hit. 1-2. All right, so here's Salvador Perez. Perez today is 0 for 3. The pitch, and that is a 4 versus a righty, a 4 and a 2, and that's a fly ball to left field, and Conforto near the line and makes the catch. And that retires the side. All right, so we go to the bottom of the 8th with the Mets coming up. And looks like it's going to be Michael Conforto leading off. And let's see here. Go back. Want to make sure Hochevar can go 1 inning. So let's double check the box score. See, Hochevar has already been in the game, so he's gone an inning already. So and he's only gone a third of an inning. All right, so we're going to let him go. And he will face Conforto. So here's the pitch. He gets a sign from Perez. And that's a 2 and an 11 against the righty. At 2 and an 11 is a bouncer to first base, and that's Hosmer. G3. I got a dog who's crying away. Needs something. Trying to communicate. All right, we are back to the action. And next batter is going to be Flores. Wilmer Flores is going to be up 1 out. Hochevar. And the pitch. And it's a 5 against a righty, a 5 and a 3. And that's a fly ball left field. X with a 16. The left fielder is Gordon. He's going to make the catch. So that is an F7. All right, it's going to be Juan Uribe coming in to hit for Gil Martin. And let's see what happens. Hochevar still in there, pitching well. He's retired 3 in a row. And that is a 4 against the righty. 4 and an 8 is popped up. Middle infield, shortstop. Escobar on the outfield grass makes the catch, and that's going to retire the side. So easy inning. And it looks like it's going to be new pitcher for the Mets. It's going to be Colon, one of my favorite players from that era. Let's see, defense, Penn. It's going to be Bartolo Colon is coming in. There he is, and he will bat 9th. So hopefully I can push him for 2 innings. I don't know if he's got he does, relief 3. All right. So it will be Colon. And next inning will be the top of the order for the Mets. Reed came in. Noah started the game. It's going to be Alex Gordon against Bart Colon in a 6-6 tie here in the top of the 9th inning. We get a little sip of sweet summer lemonade. All right, here's a pitch from Bart Colon to the lefty Alex Gordon, who today Doesn't say. All right, that's a 4 and a 9 against the lefty, a 4 and a 9, and that's popped up. Right side, both Duda and Murphy, and it's Murphy. P4, 1 down. So Bartolo induces a pop-up on the first pitch, and here is Alex Rios. And that is a 4 against a righty, a 4 and a 9er, and that's going to be lifted to center. Cespedes under it. Squeeze it for out number 2. And now it's going to be Hochevar, and we're going to bring in a pinch hitter. Who's it going to be? We got a guy named Apollo Creed. Let's see, let's find him. Oh, there he is, Paulo Orlando. So he actually appeared in this series, so we're going to use him. Paulo Orlando. And let's click on pinch hit, and we're going to grab Paulo Orlando from somewhere. There he is. He will pinch hit. Nice and easy, simple. So it's Cologne versus Orlando. Let's do it. Pitch. And that is a 3 against a righty, a 3 and an 8, and that's a drive in the gap. And that will roll to the wall. Digging for second is Orlando. A big turn, and the throw-in from Cespedes to Flores. And Paulo Orlando goes back to second base. A 2-out double here against Cologne. Left that ball over the plate, and Orlando jumped all over it and drove it in the gap. And it's going to bring Alcides Escobar against Cologne. And Cologne gets the sign from Darnell and lets her fly. That's a 2 and a 6. And a 2 and a 6 is a 1 single, but it's a 19. So that's ripped and caught by Wright at third base. So it's going to be an L5. And that is a 2 and a 6. And it's an L5, 2 to 20. And that retires the side. So Cologne gets himself out of that mini jam. And it's going to be the bottom of the 9th, so it's walk-off potential for the Mets. All tied at 6. I'm going to keep Cologne in there for a little bit. And the next new pitcher for the Royals is going to be Franklin Morales. Franklin Morales is coming in. He was another guy that appeared in this series. And now we're looking for him here. There he is, Franklin Morales, hiding from us a little bit. All right, let's do it. I try to leave all the pictures in there so I don't reuse a picture, but usually it's not going to happen. But I don't want to be thinking, okay, I can bring this guy in, and then all of a sudden I see that he pitched already. Curtis Granderson is going to lead off. And he's got good power bats from the left side. Franklin Morales is a lefty. Here's the pitch, and that is a 3 against the lefty. Ooh, this is a good column for Anderson. So against a lefty, it's a 3 and a 5, and that's ball 4, so he walks. So base on balls for Granderson. He's on at first, 15, 2 to 5. This guy's a -4 hold, so we're not going to attempt to steal here. David Wright is just going to swing away. And Franklin Morales looks over at Granderson. Now he gets the sign from Perez, and he's ready, sets, and deals. And that's a 1 and a 9 against the lefty, a 1 and a 9. And that's going to be a ground ball hit right back to Morales, who spins, goes to second for 1, back to first. In time, double play. Wow. So it's a 1-6-3 double play again. Man, Mets keep on in. That was a tough one because that was a pretty good column. Got some home runs on that column 1 against the lefty. But I ended up rolling a 9, and that's a pitcher A, which is a double play. So here comes Daniel Murphy. Murphy today is 2 for 4 with a home run and an RBI. Morales gets the sign, winds and deals, and that's going to be a 6 against a lefty, a 6 and an 11, and that's a fly ball right field. X. And Rio's in right field is a 3. 3E5, and we roll the 4. So this may be trouble. This may fall in. Don't know. He's a 3 and it's a 4, and that's going to drop in there. Rios does not get to it. And digging for second is Murphy, and he's in there standing up. So a bloop double that Rios could just not reach. And it's a 2-out double, putting Murphy in scoring position here for Yoenis Cespedes, the righty. And Cespedes has a good card against lefties, especially a 2-column. We could walk Cespedes, and we're going to do that to reach Duda, who struggles against lefties. All right, so we're going to intentionally walk intentionally walk Cespedes to get to Duda with 2 outs. And Morales is set, and he's ready to face Duda. And here is the pitch, and that is 3 against a lefty. Not a good column. 3 and a 6, and bounced softly to first baseman Hosmer, who steps on the bag, and that retires aside. All right, so it's going to be the leadoff man for the leadoff man or the second place batter. Ben Zobrist, switch hitter against Cologne, so he'll be batting from the left side. Here's the pitch, and that is a 1 and a 4, and that could be a single. It's a ballpark single. Ballpark, what do we say? Yesterday here in New York, it is a 1, only a 1, and we rolled a 16, so that's lined and caught by Duda at first. 0-3. 1 away. Next is Lorenzo Cain. Cain is 2 for 3 today with a homer and 2 RBIs. And here's the pitch from Cologne. And that is a 2 and a 7. Bounce to third, right up with it. Fires the first in time. 2 away. We are in extra innings. Free baseball. All tied at 6. Mets came back. Tied it with 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th. It's been a seesaw battle throughout. It's been quite a good game. It's 6-9-0 for the Royals and 6-12-1 for the Mets. And it's going to be Hosmer here with 2 outs and nobody on. And that is a 6 against a lefty, a 6 and a 10. And that's going to be a ballpark single. And in New York, it's only a 1, and we rolled a 13, so that's lined and caught again by first baseman Duda. So 2 hard hit balls, but right at the first baseman. And now it's going to be the Mets here, and it will be Morales. Going to push him another inning at this point against d'Arnaud. Here it is. It's a 4 and a 9 against a righty. A 4 and a 9 is going to be a, that's trouble, and that's going to be line base hit in the gap, cut off by Cain, and d'Arnaud is going to hold with a single. d'Arnaud's got decent speed, 1-11. Of course, not a threat to steal, and we don't really have a huge bench, so we're going to just let him Conforto, the lefty. And here's the pitch, and that is a 6 against a lefty, and a 4 is a ground ball. Shortstop X with a 19, and Escobar's a 1, so that is going to be he's a 119, and that's a 6-4-3 double play. Don't know how many double plays, but it seems like quite a few in this game. That's 2 outs now. And that brings up Wilmer Flores. Flores with some power here in the bottom of the 10th. And that is a 3 against a lefty. A 3 and a 3 is a ground ball to Hosmer at first, and that's going to retire to the side. All right, we go to the top of the 11th. Colon is still in there. This is his third inning. Gonna push him a little bit here. It's gonna be Mike Moustakas leading off against Cologne. Replaying the 2015 World Series. Mets are up 2-0 in the series, and towel tied here in Game 3, 6-6 in the top of the 11th. Here's the pitch from Cologne. A 4 and an 8, and that's strike 3. Struck him out on that slider. Next is Salvador Perez. Pitch from Cologne. And that is a 6 and a 6, and that's a fly ball center field. On the run is Perez. Will he get there? Cespedes, and Cespedes flags it down. So Perez gives it a ride, and Cespedes gets a good jump on it and tracks it down. Here's Alex Gordon. And that is a 3 and a 6. So it's going to be off of Alex Gordon against a righty. A 3 and a 6 is strike 3. Got him looking. So again, Cologne with an excellent inning. And we go to the bottom of the 11th. Let's see if the Mets can pull it out here. Gonna have to get a new pitcher now. Ooh, man. A lot of pitching changes. Holy smokes. All right, and it's Cologne who's batting. And at this point, I'm like, okay, we're going to let Cologne lead off here. I just don't have the players. Chris Medlin. So we need a new pitcher. Let's see. Morales. Hold on a second, because Morales may be due up next inning. Let me look at that. Oh, yeah. It's going to be Alex Rios and then the pitching spot. I definitely don't have the players to start pulling double switches at this point. I didn't really bother to look up who was available and who wasn't. I just have a big stack of cards. All right, so I could let Franklin Morales go one more inning, and that would make my life much, much easier. So that's what I'm going to do. And he's going to face Cologne. Bart Cologne, who has a batting card. But it's tough that he's a leadoff hitter. If there are 2 outs, I'd definitely let him bat. Let me just separate some guys here. Hold on a second. All right, it looks like the Mets are going to bring up. They're going to pull Cologne, and they're going to call on Michael Kadire to pick up the lumber and come swing the bat. So let's pop him in. We're going to click down here where it says pinch hit, and we're going to get Michael Kadire to come in and pinch hit against Franklin Morales. We're trying to squeeze one more inning out of Franklin Morales simply because because he bats next inning, and I don't want to pull a double switch because I really don't have a lot of players. I have Gerard Dyson, who plays center field. Let's look at the lineup real quick here to get an idea of where Alright, so if I brought him in, Kane is in center field, so I don't want to do that. He can play left field, and that's Gordon, who's 0 for 5. And that would put him, so I could pull a double switch here. I could pull a double switch here because he has gone 2 innings already. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Gerard Dyson in the 9th spot. And we are going to, let's see how I can pull off a double switch. All right. So let's, Franklin Morales, so who are we going to bring in? We got a righty batting, and he's going to bat. I have a ton of, I can bring in Chris Medlin. Let's see where Medlin would be. I'm holding Wade Davis. I also have Chris Young, but I want to bring in Medlin. I also have Duffy. Did I bring in Medlin already? I don't think I did. No, I don't think I did. All right, so we're going to pull a double switch. Morales is out, Medlin is in, and he can go 3, so he'll stay in there for a while with this double switch. So Chris Medlin is going to come in, and he is going to bat 7th. He will bat 7th, and then batting 9th will be bench. Let me pull the bench. I was looking at only the pitchers. And let's see. All right. Gerard Dyson will bat 9th and play left field. And we should be good. Should be good to rock and roll. My pitcher, Medlin. And that's it. All right, so Chris Medlin is in there. He will face Michael Kadire, the pinch hitter. And let's do it. And that's going to be a 2 against the righty, a 2 and a 7, and he swings and misses and goes down on strikes. Chases a ball up out of the zone. So 1 away. And now it's going to be the top of the order, Curtis Granderson. Bottom of the 11th, all tied at 6 apiece. And it's going to be a 5 against the lefty. A 5 and a 2 is a ground ball to the first baseman, Hosmer, who's a 1. So he's going to make that play. I don't even have to look at that. G3. Hosmer makes a nice play and gets back to the bag to beat the speedy Granderson. And here are 2 outs and David Wright. Free baseball. This is the 3rd game of the World Series 2015 replay. 6. He's a righty. A 6 and a 10 is a catcher X with a 6. And our catcher is also a 1, and that's going to be, well, pitch pop-up. That's in front of the mound, and Perez will make it. And that retires the side. So the Mets go 3 up and 3 down. Chris Medlin does a good job. And Mets are going to have to bring in somebody. And you know who the Mets are going to bring in? Jerry Familia, because the Mets are at home. And Jerry, I call him Jerry, but I think it's Juris. But I call him Jerry. Hello, Jerry. All right, let's see. Jerry Familia. And he will face Alex Rios and then Gerard Dyson. Top of the 12th inning. And let's get him in there. So hopefully we can push Familia to do 2 innings for us. That would be perfect. If possible, of course. And here's the pitch. He's a righty, so it's a 4 and an 8, and that's a swing and a miss, and strikes him out. Blows a fastball by Rios. Next is Dyson, the lefty. Pitch from Familia, and that's a 4 and an 11, which is a fly ball to center field. Under it is Cespedes, and he makes the catch. 2 away, top of the order now. Alcides Escobar. And Familia winds and deals. It's a 3 and a 5, and that's bounced to second base. Murphy. Quick throw to first and gets him by half a step. That's 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 12th inning. Chris Medlin facing Daniel Murphy. Daniel Murphy today, 3 for 5 with a home run and an RBI. And here's the pitch from Medlin. That's going to be a 3 and a 5, and that's a drive down the line, and that's a fair ball into the corner. Digging for second is Murphy. The throw from Rios, the tag by Escobar, and he is safe in there. So a leadoff double for Daniel Murphy. That's his 4th hit of the day. And that's going to bring on Cespedes, and we're going to walk Cespedes again to set up that double play, because Lucas Duda is not bunting, that's for sure. So he's going to swing away against Chris Medlin, and here's the pitch. And that is a 3 against a righty. A 3 and a 3 is a bouncer to first base, and Hosmer goes to second for 1, back to first. Double play once again. G3-6-3. Moving to third is Murphy. Now it's Travis d'Arnaud. Travis d'Arnaud today. Postseason, he's batting 125. The winning run is 90 feet away. Let's see what happens here. And who's up next? Conforto. Yeah, I'm going to let Travis d'Arnaud bat. Here's the pitch, and that is a 3 and a 7. And that's going to be bounced to short. It's Escobar over to first, and that retires the side. So the Mets fail to capitalize on that leadoff double by Murph, Daniel Murphy. And we go to the top of the 13th inning. Jerry Familia will be facing Ben Zobrist. Let's see. We're just tidying up his card a little bit. Zobrist steps in the box. Zobrist today is 0 for 4. And here's the pitch from Familia. And that is a 3 and a 2. And that is fouled, popped up in foul territory, and d'Arnaud is over. And he makes the catch near the stands for the first out. Lorenzo Cain. Cain is 2 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs. The pitch from Familia. And that will be a 6 and a 4, and that's a fly ball center field X. So the center fielder is Cespedes, and Cespedes is at center field. Let's see what he is. Cespedes is a 3 in center field. And a 6, that'll fall in for a base hit. So Cespedes does not get to it. It's a 1-out single for Lorenzo Cain, who's got great stolen base numbers, and he's going to try to get a lead, and he does. That's going to be -5, so it's going to be 14. 14 -5. And there he goes, and the throw down, and he's out. Darno nails him, guns him down. So runner on stolen base, runner first base X. He is out at second base. Kane, I believe that's the second time he's been thrown out today, but I can't be totally sure. I rolled really high. All right, so it's Eric Hosmer now. So 2 out. And it's going to be a 4 and a 5, and that's trouble. That is a deep drive to right field. Back goes Granderson to the track, to the wall, and makes the catch. Oh boy, rolled a 16. Otherwise, it would have been a home run. So it's an F9. Oh. And that retires the side. And we go to the bottom of the 13th inning. All right, just tidying up all these cards, trying to match them up a little bit in terms of size. All right, so Familia will be out. And it's going to be Chris Medlin facing Michael Conforto. And here is the pitch, and that is a 6 and a 7 against a lefty, a 6 and a 7, and that's a drive to right. On the run is Rios, and Rios with a nice running catch. So it's going to be an F9. 1 away. Wilmer Flores. Wilmer Flores has some power and usually gets big hits for the Mets. Here's the pitch from Medlin, and that's a 3 and a 9. Against a righty, a 3 and a 9, and that's bounced to short. Scooped up by Escobar. Throws on the run and gets Flores. And I'm going to have to bring in a pinch hitter now for Familia. And we're going to bring in Kurt Neuenhaus. Kurt Neuenhaus is going to pinch hit. This is his Mets card. So a 2 out and a pitch from Medlin, and that's going to be a 4 and a 9er, and a home run 1-3, and that's going to be a drive in the gap. 1 hop off the wall. Digging for second is Neuenhaus, and he's in there. 2 out double. So that puts the tying run and the winning run in scoring position here in the bottom of the 13th inning, and that's going to bring up Granderson. Curtis Granderson, a lefty against Medlin. And you know what? We're going to walk. We're going to intentionally walk. Just have a good feeling about walking them. Intentional walk. To face the David Wright. Righty on righty. So Medlin can go 3 innings, so that makes it easier on us. And here's the pitch. David Wright. First and second, 2 out. Bottom of the 13th inning, all tied at 6. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 6 against a righty. And that's a trouble column. 1-11 single. That's a base hit. And we're going to have to, but it's a single star, so they're going to stop Neuenhaus at third base. So it's a grounder. Escobar knocks it down, and Neuenhaus is going to have to stop at third base. So Escobar saves a run. And the bases are loaded now for Daniel Murphy, who's got 4 hits today. There's nowhere to put him, so they're going to have to pitch to him. And I don't know that I have any more lefties on the bench. In the bullpen. Let's see. See what I got going here. Bullpen. Any lefties? No. Lefties that I can call on. Scott Alexander. Danny Duffy's a lefty, and I could call on him. I use Franklin Morales. And I could pull a double switch again. So Medlin will face the hot Daniel Murphy here with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the bottom of the 13th inning. Boy, the Mets, if they pull this game out, they will have gone up 3-0 in the series. In the best of 4, best of 7. 4 takes it. So here's Daniel Murphy with the pitch from Medlin. And that is a 2 against a righty. Not a great column. Against a righty, not a great column. A 2 and an 8. And that's ripped and caught by Hosmer to end the inning. So it's L3. So he hit it on the screws, but right at the first baseman. And the Mets strand 3. Wow. Holy smokes. So far this game has taken me 2 days to play. All right, we have a new pitcher coming in. Gotta tidy up Alex Gordon's card. All right, done. Ta-da! 2-2. Alex Gordon, who's up? Moustakas is up. Mike Moustakas. And we will bring in a new pitcher. And who's it going to be? It's going to be... Neese, Jonathan Neese. And Jonathan Neese will bat. Will bat in the 9th spot. Okay, so there he is, John Neese. All right, so John Neese can go 3, so he will be going 3 for us, and he will be facing Moustakas, lefty on lefty. Here's the pitch. That is a 6 and an 11, and that is right back to the mound. And he is a 1 pitcher with an E8, and I just rolled a 9, a 1 pitcher with an E8, and we're gonna have to go to that E8 and roll 2d6 and see if there's an error there. Oh, where the hell did that just go? Let's try to roll them again on the E8 for the pitcher, and that is an 11. And that's going to be an error. So he gets it, and he bobbles it, and everybody is safe. Well, at least Moustakas is safe. E1. And no pinch runners here. Moustakas is going to have to run. Here's going to be Salvador Perez. So Neese facing an intimidating hitter, Salvador Perez. Here's the pitch. And that is a 1 against a lefty, a 1 and a 7. That's ripped to short. Flores flips to Murphy. Throw to first in time. Another double play. 6-4-3. That's why we're still playing here in the 14th inning, because of all these double plays. Alex Gordon is up next. Oh no, here's Alex Gordon got pulled. And it's the pitcher, and we're going to pinch hit for him. And who's going to pinch hit? It's going to be Kendrys Morales. So Kendrys Morales is going to pinch hit. And he's got power. Pitch from Neese. He's a switch hitter. That's going to be a 1 against a lefty, a 1 and a 7. And this is a swing and a miss. Struck him out to retire the side. So Nice has a good inning. And we go to the bottom of the 14th inning. Holy smokes. This is the game that won't die. The game that won't die. We're going to need a new pitcher now, I believe, right? Yep. New pitcher. And it's going to be Cespedes coming to bat. So we are going with, who are we going with? Danny Duffy. Do I have a lefty coming up? I do have a lefty coming up. Lefty and two righties, but I could bring in Young as well. Let me see. Did I use Herrera? Hold on. I thought I used Herrera. Oh wow, I did not use Kelvin Herrera. He will come in. And he will bat 7th. All right. So Kelvin Herrera still available. That surprised me. Thought I had used him. All right, so here's Herrera versus Cespedes. Herrera can go 1. But we may grab him for 2. And it's going to be a 4 against a righty, a 4 and a 7, and that's a swing and a miss, and he strikes out. Cespedes. 1 away. Here's Lucas Duda. The pitch to Duda, it's a 3 against a righty, a 3 and a 5, and that's a swing and a miss, and he strikes out. Back-to-back Ks. Chase a high fastball. And now it's Travis d'Arnaud. Pitch from Herrera. That's a 4 against a righty. A 4 and a 2 is a base hit. So d'Arnaud rips one to left. Played on a hop by Dyson. And d'Arnaud is on at first with Michael Conforto facing the righty Herrera. And the pitch. And that's a 3. So that's off Conforto's card against a righty. A 3 terrible column. And an 8, and he strikes out. 10 and 8. So 3 strikeouts in that inning for Herrera. Holy smokes. Nothing I do, and I made a ton of changes in this game. And nothing I do can manage to get any runs coming across. We haven't scored a run since the 7th inning, and we're in the 15th, top of the 15th inning. It's going to be Rios leading off. Alex Rios. Tidy him up a little bit as well. A little top heavy. There you go, much nicer now. So Alex Rios versus John Neese. John Neese gets the side, winds and deals. It's a 3 and an 8. Against a lefty, a 3 and an 8 is a swing and a miss, and he strikes out. Next up is the lefty Dyson. And that is a 4 and a 3, and that is bounced to the first baseman with a 3. Duda. Ooh, Duda's going to let that. That's going to be a hit, because I believe that Duda is a 3 first baseman. And that's going to be a hit, my friends. That is a first baseman, a 3 first baseman. Yes, it is. It's a single. So an infield single for Dyson, who's very, very fast and will try to steal most likely. Dyson is a 2016. Holy smokes. And -5 for Nice. So we're going to try to get the jump. And do we get the jump? No, we do not get the jump. He's still a 16. But -5. Not going to work. So he's just going to... And next up is Escobar, who is an A bunter, so we're going to square. We're going to bunt using the bunt chart here with an A, and we know he's bunting, so we're going to make him a B, and here's the bunt. Sacrifice B, still good, 7, and that's batter is thrown out. Good bunt. So that's a sacrifice hit. S-A-C to first base. Would that work? No. I think it's SH3. No, that's not what I wanted either. Dice roll. SH3. Yeah, that worked. Okay, so now it's Zobrist, who's really struggled in this game. 0 for 5. And there's 2 down with the winning run at second base. And I don't know what the rule is for stealing third base, but I don't need to steal third base at this point. Here's the pitch from Nice. And that is a 3. Against the lefty, a 3. And this is a good column for Zobrist with a 9. And that's going to be trouble. That is going to be a drive in the gap. That's going to split the outfielders. Scoring is Dyson. Going for 3 is Zobrist. And he makes it with a triple. RBI triple for Ben Zobrist. Now it's Lorenzo Cain, the pitch from Nice. And that is a 4 against a righty, a 4 and a 3, and that's a fly ball. Right field, X. Granderson in right field is what? Granderson in right field is a 2, so he will make that catch. 7 most likely. Let's see. And he a 2 and a 7. He does make that running catch. And that retires the side, but the Royals take a 7-6 lead. And now it's the Mets' turn. And they're going to go to Wade Davis, their closer. They're going to go to their closer here. It's going to be Wilmer Flores leading off. Can't find the closer. There he is. Wade Davis gets the call from the bullpen. All right. And he will bat 7th. All right, so Wade Davis to save the ball game. Against Wilmer Flores. Here's a pitch. And that he's a righty, so that's going to be a 1 and an 11. That's a, oh, it's a base hit. A single, a ballpark single, which is here in Chase Stadium. It's, I'm sorry, Citi Field is a 1, and I actually rolled a 1. So it is a single. I don't know if I've been looking at pass balls and wild pitches. I think I forgot all about that. Well, I guess I might as well dump this game then. All right, it's going to be Nice is up. Nice is up, and I may still have a pinch hitter for the Mets here somewhere. Let's close that. I have Plawecki, I believe. Let's see. Not sure. Oh, Kelly Johnson. I can bring in Kelly Johnson to pinch hit. I'll do that. So let me grab Kelly Johnson. He's going to come in for Nice, and who do I still have in the bullpen for the Mets? Hold on a second before I got to have somebody to pitch. I'll use a lot of guys. Logan Wright was not available. Dylan G was not available. Ooh, man, Am I down to my last pitcher for the Mets here? Rob, Parnell, Torres, Parnell, Torres, Eric Goodell. I don't really. Let me look real quick. Nice, Reed, Martin, Cologne. I used them all. I believe I used everybody. Yeah, I don't have any more pictures. Oh wait, Dylan G is still available. Dylan G is still available, I believe. He was available. Hold on a second. All right, so the score is 7-6. Royals, Game 3 of the 2015 World Series replay using Strat-O-Matic, and it's John Neese who is going to bat, and he's a C bunter, and we're gonna make it a D because we know he's bunting. He's got a terrible hitter card, so he's going to bunt. And we're going to roll. First base is Flores, who with no outs, he leads off the inning and gets on base with a single. So let's roll 2d6 with Neese and see what that is. A D bunter sacrifice right here. A 9 is going to be batter is safe. Lead runner is thrown out by the catcher. So it's going to be a 2-4. Or a 2-6. And ground ball to 6. Let's see if they throw out the runner at second. Yep. All right. So Neese is on at first, and that he's 1-14, pretty speedy. So the Mets now 1 out and 1 on. They trail by, here we're in the bottom of the 15th inning, they trail by 1 run. And here are all my pinch hitters for this game. This game has never, it seems like was never going to end, and it still may not end. The Mets may still come around and tie it up. So it's Wade Davis who was brought in to close it out, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be 3 against the righty. A 3 and a snake eyes. Oh boy, that is a diamond shot here at the stadium. And where's the paper with the numbers on it? It's going to be at it's going to be 1-11, and it's a 20. So that's going to be a deep drive, line drive to right field. L9, so that came close to being a walk-off for Granderson. Wow, that was really close. Diamond shot there. And it was 1-11. We rolled at 20. And now it's going to be David Wright, so it's all in David Wright's hands here against Wade Davis. And Davis got a scare from that ball that was hit like a rocket to the warning track by Granderson. And here's the pitch to David Wright. And again, that's against the righty. And an 8 is going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out, and that's the ball game. He walks off grabbing his side. There's an injury attached to that one there, but it's the end of the game, and that's it. So a strikeout, and the Royals win Game 3 to make it 2-1. Mets are winning 2-1 here in the series, and we go to Game 4. We'll see what happens. Final score. So let's close this out. Let's go to the menu, save, and exit. And that's it. And we can look at the box score here, and I can just, I know Murphy had a great day, an interesting day for sure. He had 4 hits, I believe. Kane had 3 for 6. 4 for 6 for Hosmer with 3 RBIs. Hosmer hit a home run, and so did Kane. Kane went 3 for 6. And on the Mets end, it was 4 for 7 for Murphy with 1 RBI, and I believe he hit a home run as well. Yes, he did. Cespedes hit a home run, and Duda hit a home run, all their second of the series. And 3 for 6 was Darno. And that's about it. Pitching wise, wow. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the Royals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pitchers for the Mets. 15 pitchers total. Holy smokes. A bunch of pinch hitters as well. This game took a while, let me tell you. We had, for the Mets, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 pinch hitters. And for the Royals, we had several as well. We had 1, 2, but then we had a double switch. So this game kept us real busy. Final score 7-6 in 15 innings. Extremely exciting. Winning pitcher is Kelvin Herrera. Wade Davis picks up the save. Losing pitcher for the Mets, who was that? I didn't even look. I think it was Nice, right? Let's see, who was the losing pitcher? It was Nice, Jonathan Nice. He went 2 innings, gave up a run. And that's it, boys and girls. So this is Tony Porter for Tabletop Baseball Digest, and I will see you very, very soon with Game 4. I didn't video Game 2. I was just testing out, see in which direction the series would go in. By Game 3, I said, you know what? Let me kind of video it. So we'll see what happens, but keep following it, and we'll see if the Mets can win this. They lost it in reality. I think they lost it. They went 5 games, so they lost it 4 games to 1, right? And I thought they could do better. A couple of games were close, but they lost them. They lost this one. This was a close game. We didn't have any runs scored from the 7th inning to the 15th inning, so that was a while with no runs scored. Crazy. A lot of double plays. Let's quickly take a quick peek at how many double plays we had in this game. Strat-O-Matic, now Strat-O-Matic is definitely a fun game to play. Let's see, double plays. Musaka's 1, Perez 1, Rios 2. Grounded into double play. Grounded into double play. Wright 2, Murphy 1, Duda 2, or I guess, okay, so there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there was 5 Mets grounded into 5 double plays, and the Royals grounded into 3 double plays. So a total of 8 double plays in this game. And Syndergaard got beat up pretty badly. He gave up 6 runs in 4 innings. Ventura got beat up 4 runs in 6 innings. Matson gave up 2 runs in .2. But the rest of the way, the Royals bullpen was fairly untouchable, and as was the Mets bullpen. Once we pull the starters, it was pretty much 2 bullpens went at it, and it was lights out. So I don't remember checking too often for. There wasn't many guys on base, and when they did make reach base, they were quickly. It turned into a double play. So I didn't get a lot of chances to look for pass balls and wild pitches, and I kind of forget that a little bit. So I have to make an effort to do that, to keep an eye on that D20 when it's a D20 and there's a runner on first or second. When there's runners on base and you roll like a 1, I believe, it could be a wild pitch or a pass ball. I have to remember to do that. And also on the stolen bases, it could be an error on the catcher. So that's about it. Take care, guys. Be good.